The thing goes grrrr, skitty kid pop pop, and the poop poop boom. Skia, boom boom, boom boom. You don't know, big shock.
Here's the old hood release cable. You can see how this clip here is all broken. And then I just ran the new cable, and its clip is perfectly intact. So while on the subject of changing out cables, I'm going to go ahead and replace the throttle cable with this brand new one from Toyota. Just took out the pedal, so time to get back underneath the car and get this thing routed through. Time to reveal the wheels with my co-host Blue over there. Ready? The moment of truth. They are...
And his name is John C.
Alright, my apologies, that was probably pretty dumb. But anyway, they're Watanabes. Pretty sure a lot of you guys guessed it, so hey, anybody want a Hyper Rev magazine? But yes, they are RS Watanabes, or Watanabe. So the newer style Watanabes have the logo embossed on the hub area, and I think the older ones had it on one of the spokes out here. But anyways, I ordered these from RS Watanabe directly in Japan. I was quoted about 5 months for the production time. It ended up taking about 4 months. And the specs on these Watanabes are 14 by 8.5, negative 13 all around. So it's going to be pretty aggressive. I'm definitely going to have to camber it in the front. And the color that I chose is it's actually a special finish, or it's a upgraded finish anyway. It's like their dark gunmetal or dark black color. And now for the tire choice, there weren't too many options because of the size that I chose, which I'll talk about in a second. But basically I was stuck between either Federals, which are these are SS595s. They're really cheap. I think I paid like under $200 for the whole set shipped, which is amazing. Or maybe, don't quote me on that, but it was around 200. Or the other choice were some Yokohama S drives, but I just decided to go with Federals for now. And now for the size of the tires themselves. This was something that I really had to kind of dig deep to decide on. At the last minute, I opted for this sizing, which are 185, 55, 14. So the normal sizing for AE86s is actually a little bit taller. It's 185, 60, 14. So I decided to opt for the slimmer profile because mainly for looks, and it will change my gear ratio a little bit, but I think these 55s just look way better without that really tall chunky tire of the 60. And these tires are so small, I think they're basically like golf cart sizes. I mean, you can probably put this on a Rhino or some type of ATV or something. This is the SQ Engineering ITB billet manifold for the beams. Super nice from the land down under. So I just installed the fittings for the vacuum lines, and this big one right here I'll run to the check valve for the brake booster. And then these four are obviously each going into the ITBs. And it comes with these dowel pins built in to secure the throttle bodies onto the manifold itself. Very nice. And then on the other side of this manifold, I have this T3 vacuum block. And I need to figure out a way to mount this vacuum block to the strut tower directly opposed to the ITB manifold. So I went through my stash from my motorcycling days and dug up this bracket. I think this is called a ladybird bracket. Basically you can twist it and then bend it into shape depending on what you need it for. So it's usually used to hold up reservoirs for the brake reservoir on motorcycles. But I think I might be able to use this to fix one of these mounting holes on the vacuum block. So I'm going to go ahead and bolt up this ITB manifold, but in order to be thorough, I went ahead and picked up this new intake gasket. So the SQ Engineering Beams ITB manifold is installed. So this thing actually sits on top of the stock vibration dampener, and then that of course sits on top of the stock base manifold down here. So 3 pieces, and then ITBs go on top. So before I go ahead and plug up these holes with some paper towels, take a look at the diameter and the porting. It's exactly matched. I just twisted up this bracket to give it some more structure, and I think the length is actually perfect because there's another threaded hole already on the strut tower chassis itself that this should be able to reach, so this might be ideal. Now it's time to do a spark plug change, and I picked up these NGK Iridium Max spark plugs from Japan, and here's the part number, BKR6EIX-11P. To open up the Miracle Crossbar. Blue, what do you think? Almost there. Gave me a whole stack of stickers too, which is awesome. I think there's a reason why I keep coming back to Next and buying their Miracle Bar. And it's not just because they make a cool part. Back when I had my RX-7, I also bought their complete set for the FD. And since I bought a new from them, I was really impressed with their customer service back then, because after I bought the bar, like a month later, I received a package from Japan. I'm like, what is this? And it was from Next, and they actually sent me a box of cookies, which I thought was dope. And they sent me another package with a magazine that had a small picture of my car that they posted into it. It was a Hyperrev magazine, and it's no different this time. So check it out. On top of the big stickers that they include in the package, they also gave me this little brochure that they make, including some more stickers and I think a little badge in there. And they also gave me a new copy of the volume 206 Hyperrev magazine. That's cool. So yeah, they hooked it up with another magazine, and they also included 4 JDM option DVDs. That's sick. So I think this is why you should support, authentic part makers. Buy directly from the source, buy Japanese parts. And if you're interested in getting a Miracle Crossbar yourself, just go Google Next Miracle Crossbar and then email Suki. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right. They make Miracle Crossbars for a whole range of cars. Maybe your car's on there, check it out. But trust me, they did not sponsor me for this. I paid full price. I'm just really impressed by the way they hook things up. So as you can see, I think these guys are worth buying from. The Miracle Crossbar starts at the bottom, at the top of the strut tower in the rear, and then goes from here and crosses up to the C-pillars. So I've already taken off the C-pillar trim, and I cleaned them up and they're down here. The main idea of installing this crossbar in the first place is not actually to reinforce or brace the strut towers, because in this chassis, I don't think they really do that much if you brace them. I mean, this car is a live axle, so there's just not that much load going in between the towers. All the load and deflections, I think, will be taken up by the panhard bar anyway, but primarily my goal is to just add stiffness to this open area via the C-pillars. Yo, what up? Eric here. Thanks again for watching this video all the way to this point. So some people mentioned that I should include an outro because they didn't like how my previous video just kind of ended abruptly. So here you go. This is an outro. I don't really know what else to say other than, hey, thanks again for watching. Some more cool crap is happening. So to everyone who watches the build videos, thank you. I appreciate you. You guys are great. What you're seeing on the screen right now is probably just a teaser to the next episode. Doing some more stuff. A lot more cool things are going on. I think I already said that. That's all I got. So hey, please show me some love if you like this episode. Please subscribe if you haven't already. A lot more episodes are coming your way. Not just from me. Obviously, Corner Balance itself is a network. So stay posted on the hottest corner of YouTube. Right here, Corner Balanced. See you guys next time.